if you want to know how I built a good community, it's by not abusing them. It's by not wearing them out or, as we might say, taking the piss. It's always understanding, like the fundamental core is I want them to be better off. Everything I do is for them to be better off, and I'm happy to be better off as a result of making that introduction. I have no qualms about making the sale as long as they'll be better off. And that's my job. So a big key to my affiliate marketing is to build that trust and to only promote things that will help people. And that means not promoting things sometimes where you could make some money.
Boom, 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 boom. What's up, everybody? You're listening to the Hustle and Flow Chart podcast with your boys, Matt Wolf and Joe Fier. Check it. What up? Who wants to talk about affiliate marketing? Me. You've already talked about him.
Oh,
yeah. So
I'm out of here.
This is a special twofer episode. This is what we're calling a double header.
That's what we're calling it?
Yeah, I made up that term double header just off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that before, Matt.
Yeah, this is I think I'm going to title this episode the Affiliate Marketing Double Header.
Wow.
Hopefully that's the title of this episode you're listening to right now.
Is this the first time you ever named an episode before it's actually been really I mean, I don't know. You always wait till the last second to name these episodes. So
that is probably one of the things I spend a lot of time on is thinking of
go with that name.
names.
It's good. Well, today, who do we have on this double header, and why are we calling it a double header, Matt?
Yeah, because we've got two 30-minute interviews, so they're not our normal hour interviews.
That's weird.
Yeah, they actually are from a live stream that we did with these fellas. Well, two separate live streams actually.
Right.
Actually, Stephen Esketzis we interviewed twice, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. Let's just. But technically, they were separate live streams.
Actually, we've interviewed them 3 times.
Carry on, Matt.
This is
So we have James Schramko as one of our. He's I don't know if he's the first. Is he the first, Matt?
Well, let's decide.
Yes, he's the first because I said his name first.
Okay.
So James, you're up, brother. All right. So James is a great friend of ours. He's been on the show 2 or 3 times,
maybe even 4.
Maybe, I don't even know anymore. But we're due for another dedicated episode with him. I should probably reach out. Yeah. So James was gracious enough to go on a live stream with us. That's where this recording came from, and was talking about basically the foundational affiliate strategies that he uses for his business that he teaches. I mean, the dude runs a business very, very similar to us. You know why? Because we modeled him, and he's mentored us through a lot of the aspects of our business. So still does. Mm-hmm. So we give him a lot of big thanks. That's why we'll put him at number 1 spot here.
Yes.
Nothing gets number 2. Is there anything else you want to add to James?
Other than I love James Schramko.
Ooh, get a room. Jeez.
No, he's a great guy. I do
yes,
really genuinely like James Schramko a lot.
Lots of love. You know what's funny? Both these guys are down under.
They are. They're both in Australia. What do you think? This is our Australian affiliate marketing double header.
Bam.
That's too much of a mouthful.
That's just too much of a. All right. So who's our second guest?
Our second guest today is Stephen Esketzis. Did I say it right?
I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah.
Yes, it sounded better than me.
Well, so here's how I remember how to pronounce his name. On Facebook, he actually just has his name as Stephen Esk.
Yeah.
So
E-S-K.
Yeah, so I know it starts with Esk.
Okay.
So Esketzis.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
go for it.
Stephen Esketzis.
Dude, this guy, we modeled him as well.
We did. A lot of our content marketing, a lot of the affiliate blog posts that we've written over the years were modeled after what Stephen was doing. And he was ClickFunnels' #1 affiliate for a long time. We do have a previous episode with him too, where he breaks down even more affiliate marketing strategies, but this one I think is like 1.5 years later, so we get some updates and some newer strategies that he's working on now.
Tools, all this cool stuff that he's using, yeah.
Yeah, so lots of good content marketing affiliate strategies, and also we talk about developing tools for affiliate marketing a little bit as well, and some two really good conversations all about the affiliates stuff.
Well, this is affiliate marketing is definitely a topic that is it's like one of the 3, I guess, foundational things that we like to chat about, but it's also like, there's this podcasting, traffic, but it's also a question that I think people are just looking for examples of how to do it and for their own business. A lot of folks don't feel like it's for them, but it can be. Anybody can use affiliate marketing. So I think these guys bring a good spectrum of what's possible. You have Schramko over here that's he's building a platform essentially. He has a podcast, he has a great forum and community, and he has all these, email lists and all that stuff, and he promotes in very specific ways. Then you have Steven over here, similar, but he takes more of the blogging and the customer journey route and SEO and stuff like that, not so much the community and platformness of Schramko, but you can combine them.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, as you were explaining that, I'm like, yeah, we kind of took pieces that we liked of Steven's model. We took some pieces that we liked of James's model, sprinkle in some pieces that we like from Roland Fraser's model, and that's kind of what our business looks like now.
It's kind of that. So there you go. If you're curious about like who we're studying from for some of the big aspects of our business, these are the guys.
Yeah. So. And real quickly, speaking of affiliate marketing, I do want to talk about Unicorn Equity really quick.
Oh, do it. Yeah.
So Unicorn Equity is a project that we're partnered with Roland Fraser on. Also, our partner Oliver, who runs up kind of the tech side of that thing. Basically, what it is it's a new platform that we're developing that's helping affiliate marketers get equity in the products that they're promoting. The problem with affiliate marketing right now is it's kind of a short-sighted thing, right? I'm going to promote some products, I get commissions, maybe that you get some recurring commissions that you collect for like a year, but eventually those even fizzle out, and you made them money, you made yourself some short-term money, they have the customer, the money that you made sort of is gone eventually, right? So we're trying. It's a short-term thinking thing, and we've done some things to make it a little bit more long-term for us. But what Unicorn is designed to do is to help you get equity in companies, so that when these companies that you're promoting eventually exit, you can have nice windfalls, or if they pay out dividends to investors, or or you can sell your shares on secondary markets and things like that. It's allowing you to create more long-term potential windfall wealth off of a traditional affiliate marketing strategy. Yeah. So check out unicornequity.io. It's something that we're excited about. We think it has the potential to be a really, really, really big affiliate marketplace where we're helping a lot of small businesses grow their businesses, and we're helping a lot of affiliates actually earn wealth from their promotional strategies. So that's over at unicornequity.io. Check that out. And then final note, let's get some notes for this episode.
Get the notes. Yeah. So we're going to be covering a lot here from obviously two different perspectives and peoples. So if you go to hustleandflowchart.com/comp, you're going to get the notes for this episode, but be quick. They go away in 2 weeks from the time of this episode going live. So get the notes, hustleandflowchart.com/comp. And I don't know, they might even be longer than normal this time. I'm not sure. Probably, I don't know. They're always pretty dense. So whatever the length of those notes are, you're going to be very happy that you just took a second to pause this and go to hustleandflowchart.com/comp.
Yes. Yeah. All right, let's go talk to James, and then I don't know how it's going to transition, but eventually it's going to transition into Steven, and you're getting our affiliate marketing doubleheader.
It'll be magic.
How's it going?
Hey, oh, I'm too low here.
You gotta squeeze into your little bubble too, in the frame.
I'm gonna get in my bubble here. How are you guys?
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah,
is it too early in the morning there, or is it a decent hour by now?
No, it's a decent hour by now. I've done a couple of calls and I'm all warmed up.
Very nice.
Good. Yeah, we made sure that this live stream was catering to our Australian friends, and and I know we have a few listening to us as well on here, which is really cool. But yeah. So we have a great group. We've just had 1, 2, 3 people on right before you. Pat was laying down a whole bunch of strategies. Just
that's the guy. He's like, that's how he founded his whole empire. So
that's it. Well, and for you, I was basically telling everyone, we've had the pleasure of having you as one of our mentors, but also been on your podcast multiple times. Your community, the ones that you've cultivated, they just seem like at a whole new level, a whole different level than what you typically find in business owners online. And they seem to all hide out in the super fast community that you built over there. And they've become some of our best fans too. And I'm sure a lot of them are here. But talk about that really quick, just a quick little brief of what your business is. And we talked about owning the race course, so this will kind of pivot into that in affiliate marketing as well.
Yeah, well, I think that the Genesis story is really interesting because I started out as an affiliate. That was how I got my first sort of proper online income and learnt the ropes. And through that process, I started developing first list that I built was a list of buyers. I didn't even capture opt-ins of prospects. Like, I just went for people who had already purchased a product and wanted to claim their bonus from me. So my database was built from buyers. So I had this super high quality list. And then, of course, I started to understand more about what other problems they were having, what other challenges they had, and then I'd find solutions for that too. And as I got better at affiliate marketing, and then I got this sort of idea that I really should find recurring things to promote instead of one-time things. Then I started thinking, well, this is great, but I think I could get some more control or ownership of this. And I actually started my first community in 2009. So beginning of 2009, I started what was called Super Fast Results. And that community has more or less been in play till today. Just has like a couple of name changes along the way, but Super Fast Results will rise again, as it turns out. But what it meant was I got to grow up with my audience, and as I went through the first phase, like, it was me learning how to build a website and me learning how to write copy and me doing my own graphics. So that's pretty scary if you know how bad my graphics are. Me figuring out how to put a video on a web page, me, trying to learn how to do a podcast. And over time, I built team and then stepped away from being hands-on. And I had to make a decision. Do I want to stay teaching those things, or do I want to move with my audience? And what's happened is, over the last decade, I've moved with my audience, and now we no longer build the website, and we no longer do the graphics or write the copy so much, and we've got a team to do that. So I basically grew up with my business. That's why my peer group now are more like the Pats and the Ezras and those guys who are at a certain level in business. And by being in tune with that peer group, you sort of set filters for, the business that makes me the least happy is trying to do the startup thing, which is funny because I'm sort of going through that phase with my own children. I'm literally teaching one of my kids on a daily basis affiliate marketing from scratch. So it's been like a whoa.
Is that opening up some new things for you, or like?
I don't even know how to teach people how to start. It's a hard one. It is the hardest thing of all to do the starting phase. That's the crawling over broken glass phase. And not many people will get to the other side. They won't put up with the cuts and bruises that it takes. Once you get over it, like, that's the area that I really specialize in. When people have got momentum, they've had their tough lessons, they're ready for innovations, I'll go and spot all the opportunities for them. I'll show them where there's quick wins. I think I remember speaking to you guys one day saying, hey, you should put a products page of all your recommended products. Like, that's a really easy win when someone's already got a database, when they already know what products sell. Just sticking them in front of their customers on the most highly visited page on their website is a really good idea.
Yeah. That's one that Pat actually said as well. Even for just affiliate products, have a whole list of recommended resources and categorize based on the avatar that might land on that page. And it's perfect.
Yeah, and there's a few other tactical things we can talk about with affiliate marketing. Like, I'm not going to be the biggest affiliate that you have. I've definitely specialized in selling my own products and services. However, I do think affiliate marketing, it's how I started, and I never stopped doing it. I still have a decent affiliate income, but it's not my prime focus. So one of the big changes was I stopped doing those sort of spiky launch type promotions where I could generate, in some cases, $60, $70, $80, $100,000 off a campaign. But I dedicate all my energy to that, ranking all the pages, doing all the emails, providing bonuses and so forth. And it wasn't really building my business. So I was building income, but it was exhausting. So I focused more on the evergreen, ongoing income aspect of it, long-term solutions rather than sort of like this month's launch. And the other thing that I noticed was it really used to bother me that I would drive my fantastic, amazing customers who've been with me for years into some launch funnel, and then they just get rolled around and tumbled and rumbled and then passed around to the next 5 or 6 launches. And I would see from the coaching side, these people they were exhausted, and they'd spent a lot of money on all these products, and they weren't executing on all of them because they got caught up in the sort of hype mode. So you'll notice I generally don't do launches. I'm more of a kind of release guy. I'll just release a new product or service, and I'm going for the long sustained thing. So if you want to know how I built a good community, it's by not abusing them. It's by not wearing them out, or as we might say, taking the piss. It's always understanding, like the fundamental core is I want them to be better off. Everything I do is for them to be better off, and I'm happy to be better off as a result of making that introduction. I have no qualms about making the sale as long as they'll be better off, and that's my job. So a big key to my affiliate marketing is to build that trust and to only promote things that will help people. And that means not promoting things sometimes where you could make some money, but it's not really going to be helping the customer. And I think that a lot of that comes back from when I was in my early days of selling, and I'd watch the salespeople look through the stock sheet and find the biggest bonus. And then no matter who walked in the door, they would try and sell that car. And I'm like, that went against every fiber in my body. I'm like, but that's not the right car for them. Like, yeah, but I'm going to get the biggest bonus. I'm like, but they're never going to buy from you again. And they're like, well, I don't care. And, they would have to go and find new customers all the time. And within 2 years, 50% of my business was repeat referrals, another car for the wife, or, Joe buys a Mercedes-Benz and Matt sees it and he wants one now. So, they felt comfortable making a referral. So just think long-term. That's really one of my biggest messages possible.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's kind of been a theme of the live stream is, you can make affiliate marketing successful as long as you're just focusing on doing right by your affiliates. Don't do it for the money first. Some of the things that have come up are things like, if you're going to promote a product, don't promote a product you've never used yourself. Don't be going and telling your list, this is the best thing since sliced bread, if you've never tested it yourself. Don't be going and pushing launches on people because you're trying to get on some leaderboard or something like that. Focus on your community and what's going to be beneficial to the community. And I feel like that's sort of the overarching theme of what we've been talking about today. One thing I did want to ask, though, from your perspective, because we've kind of asked this from kind of everybody so far, is if somebody was watching this and they're starting from scratch and maybe they don't even have a following yet at all, but they want to do something, and maybe affiliate marketing is going to be their entry. What would you recommend right now, kind of in the current world that we're living in? What would you recommend to kind of get going?
I'd look through their credit card statement and find out what they've already bought, because they're probably an expert on that. They've already bought it. They already use it. They know why they bought it. They know what other competitive offers are out there. They've been through the buying window, and they could easily talk about why they chose that with integrity, and find other people just like them, because that's exactly how I started. I could not build a website to save my life, and I tried and struggled so hard and tried different solutions, and it was like Goldilocks. And finally I found the one that was perfect. And I just wanted to tell other people about it. Like I'd be taking the kids to soccer games, talking to the other parents, like, hey, I found this thing. You can build a website. Like, you don't know how hard it is without this thing. And like I'd do assisted sales. I'll go and sit with them at their laptop for them to buy it. If they had any interest in whatsoever, even if they didn't sometimes, but I'd get them so excited about it. I was very enthusiastic about the product. So yeah, I think survey what you've already bought. But if you already have a database, survey them and find out what they already buy. What have they already bought? It's such a good indicator as to where to land that's in a pretty warm spot.
So would you recommend something as simple as, I absolutely love this product, I want to tell everybody about it. Maybe I'll just make a post on Facebook and tell people on Facebook how much I love this product. Or, what would be that kind of entry point once you've figured out this product that you want to get?
Well, having just been through that with my son, it's like the entry point is to get a PayPal account. Yeah. And then to join the program and be honest about your list size and your method of promotion. Because some affiliate programs are going to go and look you up or whatever. And then you have to do your research. Like, there's no substitute for research. You've got to understand the pain points in the market and the problems going on. And then you have to be able to articulate that. So yes, you could make a little video and put it on YouTube. You could make a post to your friends. on Facebook. You could start building an email list. So what we're going to be doing is to create something of value. Now, he doesn't know that much about this yet, but he will soon, because he's got 16 hours a day to learn about the sort of stuff that we know about. Turns out he's, like most kids, he's very good at using the computer and researching. He can ask other people for bonuses. I've got our friend John Lent and me have agreed to put in something that he could give away as a bonus. Maybe you guys want to give him something to give as a bonus.
Sure.
So, you could actually get other people who are already experts to give you things that you could bundle up and give away to start building your database, because make no mistake, the real asset at the end of the day is the ability to contact someone, to reach out with them, to educate them, entertain them in some cases, but to be able to find out about them so that you can solve their problem. And even to this day, a great many of my conversions happen as a result of a conversation. The conversational conversion process is strong for my business, whether it's my help desk or me. When we start really understanding a customer and providing the correct solution for them, and I don't mind providing a solution that's not mine. I'm happy to send people somewhere else. While you guys were on this call, I sent you a referral of someone who I believe you should absolutely
thank you for it.
Because I just it's too good not to happen, and you just build little value credits in the world.
And you do that. I mean, and I think we actually really got that from you, the conversational conversion. I brought this up to Pat, but we're sending Loom videos. I think I got that initially from you. Right when we joined your mentorship, we got a bomb or something from you. I think you're at the mall just with your kids or whatever. And I'm like, so it was only like a 30-second video, but it's stuck. And that's a post-purchase, but you could do that. Obviously, you're making
if you had time and you're in the beginning stages, you're going to have to do some BHW, right? That's bloody hard work. When I was selling my software as an affiliate in the beginning, I had a Skype me button on the website. It's like, if you're on my page, you can Skype me. But people would sometimes click on it and they'd call me up and they'd say, hello. I'm like, hi, can I help you? And they're like, yeah, I'm just on your page right now. I'm like, okay, well, what would you like help with? And they'd say, I just want to check if this is legit. Is this really good software? I'm like, it absolutely is. And I'm here to help. And they're like, yep, I'm just buying it now. So just that personal step that other people aren't able to do or prepared to do will put you ahead. So if you've got time and you have the intention, by all means, send personal messages. They're still the only cold emails that make it through my firewall is an actual personal message.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. And my little shortcut is a Loom, embed or a bomb works, but an animated GIF, especially if it's your face. I'm like, come on, who is not going to open that or at least click that email? So that's great. I want to talk really quick because I know you mentioned John was at 10X Pro, right?
Yeah.
Talk about because it's interesting. I like how you're now, and Pat mentioned this too, and he didn't get into it, but partnerships. What you started as an affiliate, I'm thinking, and I think he's in your group too, but you have a partnership with him. Do you have others that you do that with as well? And is that kind of a strategy that you select?
Yeah, it's literally the last thing on my list here for you guys is develop your affiliate programs into revenue share partnerships.
Yeah.
So the simple idea is, look, if you're really good at promoting a product, and it sounds a bit braggy, but at Phases, I was a really good, strong affiliate for some of the products I promoted, but I was one of the top sellers of the Excite Pro software I sold in the world. And then I went on and I was one of the top affiliates for Lead Pages and a top affiliate for Entreport. And until you guys, I was a good affiliate for Thrivecart, right? So I've realized that's a good sweet spot for me. I've got an audience of people who need these solutions. So when you find a good solution that's good and you start to take a good interest in it, you could offer a lot to a product developer who's really good at making the product, who might have a great marketing understanding, but really just wants to make the best product. And you can be their marketing department. You can actually go the next step beyond affiliation, and that is, well, let me have a little piece of the whole pie. And what that does, it actually unlocks you from competing with the other affiliates.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, oh, look, I'm not going I'm not going to go and get my customers to become affiliates because that will just eat into my market share. Now the opposite is the case. It's like, hey, you guys should be affiliates of this because it's a great program and it really helps people. And it's very low refunds. It does the job better than any other product on the market. And so you can go out and actively grow the business, and you can basically become an affiliate of the entire business instead of just the amount of sales you directly send.
Yeah.
And I like those arrangements. So yeah, I've got about a dozen of those now. So my starting was to affiliate as a nobody selling products online. And then I progressed that up to the point where I became a somebody, to the point where now I can have better relationships with those product owners. And where they see that I can really power up their business, then we can just become partners. And it's still their business, and they have the control and they own it and all the rest. I'm just taking a little bit of the upside that I can bring to the table, and it's all documented and agreed upon, and it works well. And now the interesting story in this particular example is I actually took a smaller cut by making that adjustment than I could have made as a straight out affiliate in the beginning. Right. With the view that in the long term, my cut will be worth more in 5 years from now than it would have been for the first 2 or 3 years.
Makes sense. Yeah. And
that's a long-term approach.
Yeah. It seems like it's an easier sell. You already have a relationship, but at least you're kind of, I wouldn't call it an earn-in, but you're definitely proving yourself even more so as a marketing team.
Yeah. I could make 40% as an affiliate, or I could make less as a partner. But I really believe that it's a great viable option over the long haul. So it's like, okay, it's an easier thing for him to agree with, and it's an easier thing for me to think, because I know what can happen over the long haul. I've seen it before.
Yeah, right.
I love it. I've got some audience questions here. Did you have other stuff on your list that you wanted to cover, or do you want me to jump into some of these questions that people are asking here?
Didn't specifically come up. I sort of just glossed over it, but a really great way to differentiate from all the other affiliates is to have bonuses. And not, you got to get creative. There's been a lot of bonus inflation, but by far the greatest bonus in the beginning for me was my cheat sheet. But then the one that beat everything was access to my membership. And I sold quite a lot of, in fact, I started my membership as a bonus for people who bought a $2,000 product. And that was really an amazing thing. If you think about the fact that I've had that membership for 11 years.
That's insane.
And significant recurring income for 11 years off the back of what was initially a 60-day bonus. That's the one that pays.
Wow. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, no, and that was a big thing. I don't know if it was Pat or someone, maybe it was Mike that we just had on, but yeah, take something that you might already sell, and you can give it either away for free completely if it makes sense, or maybe it's a trial for 60 days, like you said, and just like, hey, here's the best of, and you can blow people away. We've done that before many times with affiliate sales as a bonus.
I love that bonus of the membership too. Just out of curiosity, were you giving them like lifetime access to the membership, or was it like, here you get a year of it, or what?
No, like lifetime memberships, one of the dumbest things ever. I like, and I used to give, when people got the Excite Pro cheat sheet, XSP cheat sheet, I called it XSP cheat sheet because I didn't want a trademark problem. It's very dangerous building on someone else's trademark. Right. And I used to give people access to a membership. That's the first membership I had, was this portal where I'd put the cheat sheet, and then I actually got a go-to webinar account in about 2007. So I've had it for a long, long time, right? And then I'd run webinars and then transcribe them and stuff. So it was kind of my practice run, but they would get access forever. And it's good when I did updates, I'd keep sending them updates. So they would never leave the list. So that's good. But also I stopped getting paid after the first sale. So that's bad. So yeah, I used to give them 60 days access, and then it would start billing after. And I had a big decision to make back then, and it was bold. It was, do I give them 60 days, no card, and then try and sell it at the end of 60 days? Or, I just went into my card and I put, 60 days for free and then billing at a founder's rate. And everyone, to my surprise, 78 members put in their details. I didn't get a single person query it. I sent a very clear and specific reminder that billing event is going to happen soon, and they can leave before that if they want. I got only a few left. I still had 65 go through to payment.
Wow.
And ever since, I've had very low churn. I get no chargebacks. We occasionally get someone who got billed that day or the day before who didn't intend to stay and asks if they can have it refunded, which we do. So we have like a less than 1% refund rate across my entire business, and it's only usually like a billing error or something like that. So it's very important if you're going to try that you spell it out. What I don't recommend you do is if someone buys a one-time product, don't automatically bundle them into a recurring subscription, especially if you don't tell them all about it. A lot of people have had trouble with that. So I'm just going into specific detail on that because I think that answers your question.
Yeah.
Trial and then billing. And I did have them start the trial at the beginning because they're the most ready to do that at that point. But these days, especially I'm seeing in this environment, a lot of people are having success with a no card, free trial access, and then they have to resell it. But that's fine. They're keeping people busy. You know, I heard yesterday, like Udemy's adding like 8 million users a month or something. So there's a lot of people coming into the online education space right now.
Yeah. So here's a question that Tracy put into the chat box. She says, as you're helping your son get started, what are the top 3 to 5 things that need to be done, such as an email list, website, social platform? I'm sure right now with you doing this with your son, it's like you're sort of relearning all the stuff that you probably forgot you had to do in the beginning.
Well, it's like I'm looking for where's the best course on this. Like I sent John an email and said, could I get him access to the academy? Because he's got to build your own course in a weekend course in there. And that's what I'm going to use for him to build his information product. Because it takes you through the process of market research, creation and stuff. But the main things you need is like a way to get paid. So you'll probably need a PayPal account. You'll probably need an active campaign or similar type email system because our strategy will be to build an email database. You probably need a phone or a laptop of some kind to create content or to be able to email people to give you content. So we're going to go down the channel. I think at first he'll probably use Facebook or YouTube to start some content marketing just to get a feel for it and ease into it. No one's going to be watching it in the beginning, but if he chooses the right sort of keywords or phrases and he answers the right challenges, it won't take too much from someone in the market to maybe give it a share or something, and then away he goes. I have to be careful not to assist him too much to give him a false sense of possibility, which I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs do. Sometimes they send a link out to go and buy their kids' thing to give them some motivation, but I think that is not what I'm going to be doing. He'll have to be doing this on his own steam.
Teaching him how to fish, at the end of the day. And that's it. Yeah. Are there any others, Matt? I want to make sure because we have a few minutes.
One other question, but it looks like they sort of kind of worked out among themselves in the comments, but I'll go ahead and put it on the screen. So Philippe was asking if English isn't your first language, should he do affiliate marketing in his own language, which is Portuguese, or should he do it in English?
So you've got to think about the market size in that. I have helped people in other markets, in particular Italian market, the German market, the Spanish market. There have been some people who speak Portuguese, and also I've got a Ukrainian customer. So they do stuff in their own market. Sometimes these markets are quite raw. I went to Dubai 9 years ago and it was a pretty open, like it was just brand new. All this was brand new for them. But they had other limitations. Some markets, especially like Eastern Europe or whatever, they can't do PayPal or they can't do recurring credit card subscriptions. So they have to do go to a shop or make out a check or something and deposit it in a bank. I think I heard, Mind Valley with Russia had some limitations on how their customers could actually buy their stuff. So there's upsides and downsides. Sometimes there's less competition, but there are some barriers to being able to do business. It's also super easy if you're concerned about it to just hire people to translate and do voiceovers, and you can create content with an American accent if you want. If you want to access the English market, then it's quite a big market. It's more mature. It's pretty competitive, but a lot of the things have been worked out. So The answer is, I guess you could try it and see. But the first step is always research. What are other people already doing? Are there people already in that space? How have they already solved the problem that you're having right now?
I like that. And that's the cool thing is a lot of folks, other markets, traffic might be a little cheaper. Competition might not be as much.
Way cheaper in the Spanish market, but the conversions are way lower because the commercial capacity is much lower.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we got Stephen Esketzis. Stephen Esketzis. He's about to hop on. Is there anywhere you want to send people after listening to this, or is Super Fast Business the place to go?
Let's just keep it simple.
There we go.
Steven, welcome back for the second time for this interview, third time in total. How you doing, man?
Thank you. I'm good.
Cool. Yeah, no, last time we tried our best. We thought we were doing great with the interview. We did this affiliate live stream, 2 weeks ago or so? And yeah, it was like 10 minutes and we're like, crap, we have no audio. No one on Facebook can hear us. And we don't have the video. Great.
And the tool we were using, we thought was actually recording the whole thing. When we got done, we realized it hadn't recorded any of it. Well, it recorded all of our video, just everybody was silent.
So it was the best interview no one will ever hear. So sorry. So we'll try to recreate that now.
We'll have to top it with this one.
We will. I'm confident.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all. So, Steven, so thank you again for being on. And you were the last guest of that 4-hour day or something like that. And I think what we were talking about, really what Matt and I were talking to you about how we found you originally, which was going through some of your ClickFunnels funnels, basically all the quizzes and all these little tools and assessments you picked up or you set up on the web. I think we talked a lot about the tool stack. I'm just trying to go through the list of things we hit so we can do that again.
Well, so basically how that happened was I was Googling, I think, ClickFunnels versus lead pages or lead pages versus ClickFunnels, one of those variations. Your blog post came up and it was just kind of like this mega in-depth, probably, most detailed blog post comparison I've seen. I skimmed through it and then left your site, was on Facebook. And then I saw an ad on Facebook. I don't remember the exact details of the ad, but it was an ad where it asked a bunch of questions about your business. And then at the end, you recommended a funnel. And then the funnel was through ClickFunnels. So you said, here's the perfect funnel for your business. If you get ClickFunnels, I'll just install it into ClickFunnels for you. And I just thought that was such a brilliant affiliate marketing play with ClickFunnels. But that was how we originally sort of stumbled across you. And then I think we had we were buddies. We go way back with James Schramko, and we were talking to James at one point, and James was like, "Have you had Steven on the podcast?" We're like, "No." And then James made the intro, and everything came full circle.
Yeah. So
it's been cool.
Yeah, it's been good, man. So, I guess let's get into, the way that you do affiliate marketing primarily, because I know, usually there's all these different types of affiliate marketing out there. So I guess explain what your theories are and how you run affiliate marketing for yourself. And then maybe we just take it from there.
Yeah, so for me, I've mainly done affiliate marketing in the B2B space. So recommending software tools, similar to kind of you guys and a lot of other people who are influencer, I guess, people in the space. But mainly I started it because I use the tools, right? Like I used to do a lot more funnel consulting, building funnels hands-on. So I used to try all these tools, try testing them, playing with them. And I still do a lot of that, but I just don't do as many reviews anymore. So basically I started using ClickFunnels before they even launched. Was learning from Russell and kind of following him, and then that launched, and that was a really good opportunity to be like, oh wow, this tool's like, at the time, and it still kind of is revolutionary. Like no other tool allows you to build a full funnel. Most of them are just landing pages, most of them are just checkout pages, most of them are just this or that. There's no upsell flows. Like it's still probably one of the most unique tools today that does end to end. And there's bugs and things like that, and then that's with every tool. But like at the time, it was like, wow, like shit, like this is brand new. Like I want to talk about this and share my opinion on it and what I thought about it. And then lead pages was the other one I was using at the time. And I thought, well, okay, let's pair them against each other. And initially, like I knew it was going to be an affiliate play, but it wasn't to make money, funnily enough. It was more just like, I know this tool really well, and I'm sure others are going to want to learn, so I'll just blog about it. And then obviously down the road, I realized, oh, wow, this is making a bit of money just through, SEO affiliate stuff. I should really build it out and put some more effort into it. And that goes through the quiz, the custom quiz that I built, which you guys went through. I built that out, and then another marketing tools list, which I also built out on the website. And then, funnily enough, more recently, I've been meaning to go back and revitalize a whole bunch of reviews that I did on my website and write a whole bunch of new ones. So you might be seeing that in the not too distant future. Nice. But that's kind of been my play. It's always been like, review the thing that you've been using, write it. And I like writing really in-depth things as well, because whenever I went to blog posts to review it, they're always crappy little short articles that was like, I really like, they're not answering the questions that I have. Like, as a marketer, I want to know, does it integrate? Does it break? What are the pricing? Are there any upsells? Like, what's the benefit? Like, what are the different intricacies of the actual tool? Yeah. And I think in that initial post that you read, like, I was talking about the different elements you can drag and drop and the benefits of those elements. And like, can you get the evergreen timer to go onto that page when you're running an evergreen webinar? Is that included or not? Like, all the different bits and pieces. And that's why I probably got to like 6,000 words or whatever it was. Like, it just got so long because I wanted to talk about all those different intricacies. But I think that's just the best way to share like someone's opinion about a tool, and that's kind of why I've always leaned towards reviews working really well. Not only because they rank well in Google, but because I think you build a lot of trust with someone before they purchase something. And if it's a better review than the person next to you, then you're going to earn that click and then earn that referral.
Yeah, I mean, there's like nothing more frustrating than when you're thinking about buying a tool and then you go Google like that tool's name and review, and the entire front page is just, you can tell they're just affiliate marketers. Oh, yeah. They're not real reviews. They're basically pieces designed to sell you that product. They're not reviewing the product. They're just basically saying, buy it through my link, and sort of veiling it as a review. And I think what you did differently was you went and legitimately just kind of put all of the information out there. Like, I even remember reading the lead pages versus ClickFunnels one, and I don't really remember all the details, but I do remember you didn't really flat out say you need ClickFunnels, it's better than lead pages. You kind of put all the information out there and said, here's everything about both of these. You decide which is best for you, which most people wouldn't do. Most affiliate marketers are going to go and try to push you into one of the products so they can get the commission, even if it's not necessarily the best product for that person's needs.
Of course, yeah. And I think it's very similar in the hosting world. Like, I don't know if you see many people pushing hosting, like some of these hosting platforms I see people pushing, these are like the worst shared hosting, bottom of the barrel, that pay the biggest affiliate commissions. I'm like, like the person using it, the person promoting it doesn't use this. Like, it's just purely garbage hosting, and everyone's just trying to like make some money out of it. And I think I've just seen, like you said, so much of that stuff in software as well. And you typically see that with a lot of like fly-by-night software, and ebooks and stuff like ClickBank, JB Zoo products. Like, a lot of those kind of reviews are all just obviously, affiliate-based. But I think now more and more people are switching on to like writing better quality reviews and content, because it's getting more competitive and you need to improve your content game if you want to become a better affiliate. Yeah. Myself included. So I think that's just, the more value you can provide, you get repaid for it in the long run, I think.
Yeah. Is that kind of your approach, is always to present all the content or all the information you possibly can that's kind of unbiased, basically, like just from your perspective, and then give them an open, like, here are your options, it's up to you where to go from here?
I'll only review tools I know and like, so it's a little bit biased because I'm not going to go reviewing tools I've never used before or that I don't recommend, because I'm like, well, I don't really care. Like, I don't want to tell them to review some crappy tool versus a good tool. So I'm a little bit biased, but at the same time, I know the tool inside out and I use it. Like, another one that I was using that I'm not even an affiliate of that I did a review for was Ahrefs. We did a ton of SEO. Talking about that, and I love that tool. And I tried to actually talk to the guys there, and I was like, hey, can I be an affiliate? Like, I want to recommend this. Like, I recommend it anyway. And they're like, yeah, we don't really have a affiliate platform.
I've asked them the same thing about 4 times, and every single time they're like, yeah, we used to, but we don't. I'm like, come on.
Well, now they sponsor our show, so that's our workaround.
Yeah, that's true.
No. So like stuff like that. I know SEMrush has one. I think I did a review on that. What else was it? A couple of other things as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but stuff like that I think that I know work well, that I know I've used the tool before. And then I'll do the research on, and I'll just go dive deep into it, talk about the benefits of that versus another tool that's either really good or okay, that I think is pretty good. And then, kind of present that information to someone and use it. I mean, if I'm not paying for it and I don't like it, I don't feel comfortable recommending it. And it's just like, that's what I've got this. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't think there's any problem with having a bias as long as you're sort of upfront about it. I think I think where the issue happens is when people Google something and then they read a review that sort of implies that this is an unbiased review, but it's completely just a sales letter, but we'll write articles around tools that we like, but I'll flat out say in the intro, like, I'm biased. We use this tool ourselves. So, I'm putting that out there before you read this, but I don't think it's a problem. I think where there's the problem is when people sort of put it out there as if it was unbiased to try to make the sale when it really is truly biased.
Yeah. It's so funny. So I got that marketing tools page that I created a while ago as well. It has like 300 tools on there. I know we mentioned in the last interview, but like it's got like tons on there and filters and this and that. And one of the things, I've got a little badge that you can put like Steven's pick. So I know that people can see the tools that I recommend in this huge list. So, and then next to that, I've always got like a little review badge. And if you click that, it'll go to the review on the website. So you can instantly see, like, out of all 300 tools, here's my ones really quickly. Here's the ones that have got reviews. You can go read them. And obviously there's alternatives in that list as well. So you can compare the pair or, look at all the other ones as well. So I think I found that a really easy way to kind of organize it. Then people can see what I recommend. They see what other options there are out there. I'm not signed up as an affiliate for like 300 tools. I've just got like the ones that I like and use, so if people want to sign up on them, that's great. If they don't, no worries. But then they've got those options there, like I would have wanted to.
Yeah. Now, with your mega blog post that you're writing, your big sort of in-depth reviews, are you doing 100% of the writing, or are you getting any help with the writing?
I've done both, and I prefer to write them, but I just hate writing. So, it just takes so long. I used to have a lot more time and being able to sit down and just map it out. Like something like ClickFunnels, I've used inside out, so I know that it's probably not too bad, and I can just sit down and do it. But I don't know. I'm kind of in between, because every time I've had someone write, it's just not been as good as my own. It'll never be, because I know how to use it and why I use it and the benefits. And then, I don't know. I've kind of done both. So what I've tried to do, and I think I'm going to do for this next round of revisions on a lot of these tools that I have used, or, they need an update or a refresh, is have someone go in that's familiar with it and just make a bunch of notes for me, things that have changed, things that I should check out, things that, I want to update, things that are don't make sense anymore, and then I'll go in and make those changes. But I've got a list of notes I can work off. So kind of do like a hybrid version of what you're saying. So I don't have to sit there and write it all from scratch, and I don't have to work on it, with someone else and rely on their content.
Yeah, we've kind of done the same thing. More of a hybrid method where we'll get somebody, we'll hire them, ask them to write a blog post. We'll tell them the intention is, we want it to review this tool, and I don't think I've ever. I can't think of any article where I've gotten it back and went, yes, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So pretty much
usually
every time
it's not performing right either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in most cases, we'll let them write it, and then I'll get it back, and then we'll just overhaul it. But at least we're not starting from scratch.
Exactly.
So that's really cool.
Well, you have a team, right? Because at least on the podcast, can you give us just a fast breakdown of the team and kind of your process, I guess, to putting one of these things out?
So I've got a team for our media properties, which are outside the marketing space. But for the marketing side, I know writers because we've had the things written before. But usually for my website, it's really just me, and we've got a couple of VAs that handle some of the automation, like the publishing of content and this and that. But for the website, when I'm publishing content, usually it's just kind of myself. And if I really want to put out a new article, I'll get a writer to do a bunch of research and then put it together. Maybe it'll be 1,000, 2,000 words, like an article / research, and then I'll pretty it up, tidy it up, rewrite it. So that's generally the process. But in terms of teams, I've got a team for like the media property side of the business, and then my personal side is mainly me and just a couple of VAs who help with publishing and editing and adding tools and things like that. So nothing crazy.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So there's kind of two separate sides. So is the affiliate side mainly just you, or is that
That's it. All. Yeah, it's just super lean. It's just like me and some tools, and like if I need to bring a writer in or design something one-off, I'll get some contractors, but it won't be anything full-time.
Yeah. So that other side, is that so is that client work, and you said it's in other spaces, other niches? Yeah,
so that's where I've got like the media properties and like the content websites that we've got a team in the Philippines mainly, and we've got a couple scattered around that we do like a whole bunch of writing, content, SEO, where we make money off affiliate marketing and things like that. So we have a big health blog, a skincare site, a couple of other like lifestyle blogs. So that's where the team is that does all the writing. I don't touch that, the content, the processing, the publishing.
And that's all mostly affiliate marketing based stuff as well.
Yeah, so that one we monetize through either Amazon or direct affiliate. So if the product is like has an affiliate program, we'll go direct. We do advertising on there, so like even like Google ads essentially, but we use a few different partners. We even do some paid link placements every now and again, which I know Google's not fond of, but sometimes we partner with people. Anyway, what else was there? Yeah, a lot. There's just lots of bits and pieces. So we monetize like a bunch of different ways, like ClickBank offers, this and that, like skincare products. So we're actually, now I'm in the middle of bringing out my own skincare line actually. So that's kind of taking a backseat. Now we're moving into e-commerce. So that's the big thing we're working on right now. The last 6 months, we're kind of building this new skincare product. So that's going to be the big thing. And actually, I don't know if you can see, there's a neon sign behind.
There is, yeah. It's Summon Spice.
Pumpkin spice. And spice, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the new skincare brand that we're launching probably in the next month or two, if not less. And that's the one we've been working on probably for the last 6 months. So that'll be the main focus moving forward in terms of e-commerce business, and the media properties will be helping, launch that out. We've got such a platform and so many people with all those.
That's super cool. Now with the, I'm curious about going back to the tools list that you have, the giant tools list. Do you ever see people taking the ones that aren't the Stevens picks, or are the Stevens picks the ones that mostly drive most of the clicks?
They're the ones that drive most of the clicks, just because the other ones, like, they'll click them and they'll check them out. But I mean, the majority just see the badge there and they know that it's been checked out and reviewed and whatever. So they're the ones that drive most of the clicks.
Yeah.
But I mean, the other thing, having a tool, like having like a page like that, is I get hit up all the time with people. Can I get added to your list? Can I get added to the list? Like, so it's such a good resource for new startups and new businesses to approach, like new software companies that want to get listed somewhere with already some traffic. So yeah, it's really funny. Like, I reckon once a week I get hit up with 5 or 6 different software companies that want to get added to the list. And they'll just say, yeah, can we be added under here, under there? And I've got a couple of, I check them out. If they're good, then they can get listed. If not, then, they don't make the cut. But it only has to be like a reasonably sized, good quality product, I guess. Yeah. Half the time I'll either want a sample of just to play around with it, or just to, check out the tool or something like that. We just come across, has some great tools that have come.
I was going to say, yeah, you get free access to pretty much anything you want.
That's it. But I just don't, I mean, half the time I don't have the time to use them or anything, so it's a shame. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. It comes with some perks.
Yeah. That's one of the perks I've found of doing a lot of affiliate marketing is I can't remember the last time we've paid for a tool. Most people kind of just approach us and say, hey, I know you guys promote a lot of tools, check ours out. But again,
other than Ahrefs, we are paying for that.
We do, yeah. There's okay. Some tools we do pay for.
Yeah.
ClickFunnels still too. We never had a free ClickFunnels account.
Dang it. Good timing. This is interesting, because now I think we're seeing more of the picture of like your business. You have your personal side, and then you have the other side. The both affiliate marketing. Did one, like, which one started first? Like, what was it started because of something, and then like now you have e-commerce. It's like you're kind of, stair-stepping your way up. It seems like
hopping around. So like I started on. So I started as like, going back to 17 before that, before even ClickFunnels was out, and when that launched, I started doing a lot of sales funnel consulting, just helping people with their funnels. And then from there, I started blogging at the same time. And then I started working with ClickFunnels directly as their head of content marketing. And then, so I kind of paused all my blogging, but my affiliate stuff was still doing okay, but I didn't do as much because I was working with them directly. And then as towards the tail end of working with them directly, I launched the media properties because I thought I wanted to build like more of an asset rather than just a funnel, something that I can actually sell at the end of, doing it all. And because I knew SEO really well, I kind of dived into that. So I was like, well, I want to attack a bigger niche, something a bit bigger rather than just internet marketing, see if I can do it without me being the person writing everything, and automate that process. So moved into that. And then I left ClickFunnels, kind of got back into my affiliate marketing, did a bit more of that. But then it was kind of just focused on the media properties from then forward, up until 6 months ago when we started moving into e-com. And yeah, that's going to kind of be the path forward. Is we just leverage the properties to build the e-commerce business, and then the affiliate marketing. I mean, affiliate marketing, I gotta say, it's something like ClickFunnels, which I've been a partner of for a long time and has recurring revenue. They do really well with that early on. it's been really nice to have as just like passive kind of income.
Well, it's a foundational type income.
It's a foundational type income. Yeah, exactly. So it's been really good. I still promote it, but not as actively as I used to because I want to build other bigger businesses. And I just think that the competition as well now has increased. It takes a lot more work. Like, it's still a chance, but like I could make more money elsewhere essentially. So that's kind of where my focus has shifted.
And I'm sure that content still kind of ranks out there. So it's still
probably. I honestly haven't checked it as much. I used to be like refreshing daily, checking the rankings up one, down one. Oh, who's this guy? Like trying to work on that. Yeah, exactly. And you guys know how it is, right? Like you're probably checking the same rankings for all your reviews. Like,
of course.
It's the same thing. So
doing that this morning with videos,
everyone's playing the same game, YouTube, Facebook, Google, like they're all, everyone who's in the review world or, affiliate world is doing the same thing. So yeah, that's kind of how it started. So I've still got the affiliate stuff, like kind of just plodding along. I might do a big refresh coming up soon just because of coronavirus. I got a bit more time on my hands. But otherwise it's just been, focusing on the media properties and then now e-com. So I think we're going to probably sell a couple of media properties pretty soon, keep the one or two that are applicable to the new business, and then invest that into the e-commerce brand because that's one we really want to scale.
Very cool. Now, the sort of last topic I wanted to touch on while we have you is the actual quiz thing. So when I landed on your page, I got retargeted on Facebook to the quiz. I have a couple questions there. So first of all, what was the sort of tech behind it? So when somebody clicked on your ad, they went over to a quiz. How did you build that thing? Was there a tool you used? Or I think you might have told us that you custom built that, but how did that whole thing look?
Yeah, so I was kind of wanting to add another layer on the affiliate stuff because everyone was doing reviews and they still are. Like no one's really gone beyond that to offer that extra value. So I was like, all right, well, how can I make it different? So my thought process was I wanted to create like a menu, like a restaurant, and you select all the ingredients, like all the things you need for your funnel, and then you get delivered it at the end and you plug it into ClickFunnels. So that was the thought process behind it. And then the technical side was literally, if you landed on my website, I was retargeting you for like 30 days with, hey, you should fill out this. Do you want a free funnel? Take this free quiz and you can select everything you want for your own custom funnel built. And it was custom because at the time, I couldn't find anything that was great. And I think I shared on the last interview, there's a couple of tools out there now that do it. LeadsHook is one of them. That's really good for like some more advanced quizzes. But you can probably do it in Typeform and things like that as well. They've all got conditional logic these days. At the time, that stuff wasn't around. But I wanted something really like super clean, super like really mobile friendly, pixel perfect, design really well. So I spent about $4 or $5,000, I think, just on that tool to get the custom plugin, the development, the design, which is these days it's plus a whole new website. Like I could have got a whole new site for it, but I was like, no, I'm just going to get it done because this was the money maker. I was like, I want to leverage it for lead gen because people have to opt in before they got the free funnel and for affiliate marketing. So literally, you guys have gone through it. You go through, you select your funnel types. If it's a webinar funnel, the next one is you get an 8-part or 6-part email series for webinar funnels for free that are all templated. So you click that. After that, you get like a templated lead magnet. So it's full on like fill in the gaps lead magnet, like a checklist or something. You select that. I think the next question was, what's your traffic sources that you're using? And you tick Facebook, Google, YouTube, whatever. And then based on what you tick there, you get sent to a blog post talking about different strategies for those traffic platforms. After that was, are you using any of the following? It was like heat mapping, spy tools, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd recommend the best ones in those categories. And then it was, are you intermediate or advanced? So I'd get an idea of where that person was on the spectrum of marketing. And that was more for my own segmentation on the back end in the CRM. And then I think there was one or two more codes. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I think that was roughly it. And then they go through, they hit name and email, submit. And then the custom bit that I had to get developed was I wanted an email to go through based on those selections. It sends attachments and links depending on exactly what was included.
I remember that. That was cool. I remember, getting the attachments and just basically all the resources you need to do that thing that you just put together.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who does that? That was the thing. I just want to stand out. Like nobody's going to go to that effort. All of them are just going to bullshit you with some basic crap segmentation, and then you end up in the same funnel or the same, hi, name, welcome, and here's the webinar. Like, right. No one goes to that effort of segmentation of actually providing value, and I think that's why it worked so well.
Yeah, I don't think I even realized at the time until you just said it now that all that additional sort of tagging and segmenting was going on in the, in your autoresponder and stuff. And in my mind, it was like you answer some questions and then here's the resource. But all of that additional automation that was happening on behind the scenes was pretty ninja. I didn't even realize that was going on.
Well,
because you only see it from the perspective of like whatever I filled out. I didn't see all the various elements of it. I just saw from my view.
Now you see the Matrix, Matt. You see
it.
So like you invested what, 4 or 5K into this thing. Did you have like an MVP prior to that made you feel confident that this shit was going to work out? Because people don't usually have those kind of balls.
I mean, mine was literally just like, I saw the affiliate, like there was some revenue coming in from affiliate marketing at the time, which was ClickFunnels and a few other tools. But like, I was like, you know what, if I really want to scale this, I want to make it better. Like it's got to stand out. Now's the time to do it. Like what else? I could see the ROI there, and I just wanted to get it done. Like I could probably get it done cheaper these days and use some tool, but at the time I was like, the biggest problem was there's so many badly designed tools. Like they're ugly, and you click on them, and I'm like, oh, I just feel like I'm getting sold to, or it's like an internet marketing 1990s product with all the big headlines and yellow or highlighting the underlines. Like this is just crap. Like it had to be sexy and good. So that was one of the reasons I designed it that way. It was putting effort into getting really quality design, mobile responsive. Like even on mobile, it's still perfect. Like it's big thumb buttons, everything. Like I just really wanted something good, and I think that people these days are slowly getting there, but I still don't even think it's there. Like the quality of presenting valuable content is such a big gap. And I actually had this thought like a couple of years ago when I was working on the media property stuff. I'm like, man, I would love to create just a review site for tools, make it beautifully designed, no ads, no crap, like not even like, it doesn't have to be personality by this stuff, but just like really unbiased reviews on every single tool out there. And you can have a link and just like a button at the end and just says, if you like this, buy it through this link, like straight up, super clean. It'd probably take, if you designed it well and you had a really good content team and you dive deep and you made it look good, probably take like 10 grand maybe, and you'd have like 5 of the top 4 or 3 or 4, really good quality reviews and a really nice site. Just not linked to anything else. And I still think that, maybe I'll do that one day, but like, if there's any listener out there, maybe you guys will do it one day, but I just think
maybe we'll give it a shot. It's pretty close to what we do anyway. So
we've actually started to build similar concepts already, and then just realized the magnitude of the work to put it to like.
Yeah, it can be a lot. It's a lot of work, right? Yeah, and then you've got to SEO it and rank it with your backlinks and content. Sure. It is a full-time job. It can be, but it can also be a really profitable passive income as well. That's the thing with affiliate marketing.
Yeah. We bought the domain name marketerstoolchest.com, and we were going to build that kind of thing on there. And I think we put like 5 reviews on it and went, yeah, this is a lot more effort than we're willing to put in.
Well,
with everything else we've got going on.
Yeah. And I think the mechanism is a big piece. Like you said, Steven, like the reviews have, like, people are just stuck in review world, and you took it to tool world now, or like personalization basically. And Matt actually even programmed something. It basically is a sorter tool, kind of has not the same concept, but it's a sorting, and it's a novel thing. It's like these little tools. I know in the financial space, we interviewed another guy, Larry Ludwig, and he sold a whole business around these little mini tools and affiliate marketing in the personal finance space. And he said the same thing. It was like, you need these are new novel things that, they're great for lead gen, customization, and it's sellable too, like you said.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
Oh, so would you say marketing is great? Yeah, like exactly what you're saying. You can if you just layer a little bit of difference on top of what everyone else is doing. Everyone's doing like bonuses. Everyone's doing like all the same stuff, but something a little bit different with a lot of value. And the thing is, funnels back then, I used to charge thousands of dollars to get one done. Now you just get one done for free and just opt in. Like the value was there, the customization was there. It was all real. It was all quality. There was no catches aside from, hey, just sign up to this affiliate link.
Yeah.
And if that's I think the value far outweighed what you're offering if you're going to use the tool anyway. And keeping in mind, people who are reading reviews, they're at the point where they're comparison shopping now. They're not just there saying, "Oh, I don't even know what this is." It's like, well, I'm looking for something, but which one's the best? And if this person can offer me the best value and they can give me something before I get started, I'll go with them. So it's just also just getting in the consumer's mind.
Yep. Yeah, and meeting where they're at in their journey there to buy. Yeah.
So I kind of have like a sort of final like wrap up question here. So right now, obviously, there's a lot of people kind of stuck at home and the whole COVID thing. and people are looking for new ways to start businesses, new revenue streams. And we've sort of suggested that affiliate marketing might be a good way to get out there and get started, even if you don't have your own products to sell. So if you were kind of starting from scratch, kind of knowing what you know now, if you were starting from scratch, how would you build like an affiliate business right now?
I actually had someone ask me this 2 days ago, being like, hey, I heard about this thing, affiliate marketing. Like, what should I do? And she's like brand new to internet marketing, doesn't know anything about it. But I was like, well, like, all right, here's what I would do. So I think it depends on two things as well. Number one is your time and your budget. Do you have a budget, number one? Or if not, you'll have to invest a bunch of time into affiliate marketing. So I think that's the first thing you got to realize and decide which pond you're in.
Yeah.
And then let's say if you've got the time, and right now with coronavirus, everything, but you don't have a lot of money, and then you want to start this new income stream, I would say reviews are a great place to start. Just from my experience, it doesn't cost you anything. And you can do it now on multiple different platforms. So I would even say, like, blogging is a great way to do it if you like writing and you get familiar with the tools. Whatever. It doesn't even have to be IM. It can be anything like, health. It could be products. It could be anything on Amazon. It could be whatever it might be. And I think YouTube is also the second one I would look at, YouTube reviews, because I just think there's so much of an opportunity doing a review there and doing blogging kind of, or just like, talking about products there. That's another spot I think you can really take advantage of that I think more and more people are. I never did, or not much. I think I put out like one video, but that was it. Like, it wasn't anything big. I stuck to Google, but I think those 2 points and just sitting there and just going deep on reviewing and talking about products and really getting the valuable questions that you want answered out before someone makes a purchase. I think that's just low-hanging fruit. It's more competitive, and you'll have to learn a little bit about SEO or ranking on YouTube or whatever platform you decide to use. But I just think that in terms of content, that's the easiest one to create, publish content on, and then you can learn and go deeper down the rabbit hole in terms of how do you get it to the top of that platform.
That is true, because with each of those platforms, it's if you just put in the work and be consistent with that and be a little strategic, use things like Ahrefs, we've already mentioned it, and they have a $7 7-day trial too, so just try it. That's like an unnecessarily plug for them, but yeah, like, and same thing with YouTube though, because we just put an ounce of effort, but whenever it's like consistent, like with Thrivecart, for instance, that's a tool that we've gone deep on. And in YouTube, if we just stay consistent, nothing super fancy, we see results come from it. And I mean, really anyone can do it. And then you can layer on the magic of SEO or maybe some paid ads or linking, whatever. And, there's strategies galore around each of these things.
I think one thing people don't realize too is that once you start doing it, it actually gets easier over time. Right? Because like if you've got a blog that ranks for stuff, it actually gets easier to rank for future stuff. Yeah. If you've got a YouTube channel that gets ranked for a lot of stuff, then as you add more stuff, that stuff ranks easier and easier and easier over time. So it's always the hardest in the beginning, but there is like a snowball effect that happens that once you've got some traction, it does get easier and easier as time goes on.
And platforms reward consistency. That's exactly what you're saying. Like, I'm terrible at it, and that's why you guys were saying, that marketing chest that you guys picked up. Like, we've all done it. We've all started something and thought, this is going to be so easy. It's just going to be a little bit of work. And then day 8, we're like, I'm never touching this again. Like, it's just, we've all been there, and it's just consistency. I think people now just, if you're going to do it, stick to it. Like, don't start something you're just going to leave to the side because it won't get results. Even if 30 days, it probably won't get. 60, 90 days might not get results. But by month 3 and 4, if you've consistently put up content once a week, even doesn't even have to be once a day. Spend a whole week to review whatever you need, put it out there, and then do it again and do it again and do it again. And that's what I started doing really well early on, and then I got busy with other projects. That's what's helped build our media properties, because we do a lot of content there every single day. Link building, outreach, and content publishing. They're the only 2 things we did for about 12 months straight, 14 months straight. And we went from 0 to 1 million visitors a month in visitors just in 12 months, from a brand new 0 visitor website, just doing those 2 things every day.
Wow.
And it's possible. Like, you know that, and that's in a niche, and like that was in health. Like, I don't know, I'm not a health guru. Like, we had writers and stuff do this. Like, this isn't me. So if I can do
super
that,
competitive too, and it's competitive.
Like, it's just like if you put in the work and you do it consistently, that's the hardest part, is remaining consistent. Same with health, your fitness, your lifestyle, whatever. Like, it's all the same stuff. It's really nothing new. Like, it doesn't take a genius to go and check out these tools and review them, or to do anything like that, or start a video or whatever. Like, it's just consistency is the hardest part.
Yep.
And I'm sure you guys would probably find the same thing.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why you podcast as well. Like, I'm terrible at podcasting, and you guys have been going for ages, and I love it. Like, consistency is really where you see yourself shine.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, and it comes through. Not everything's consistent. Like I know for us too, and you as well. Like you said, with podcasting, not your thing. So it's like if you can pick something that you're consistent with, I mean, go deep on it, and maybe if that's an affiliate marketing thing you can layer in there, then do it. And I think in the podcast we went way deeper on what you were just starting to talk about, like the outreach and the team and all that stuff. So if anyone's interested, we will link that below this video here too. Cool. Anything else, Matt? I'm good over here.
I think we covered a lot of ground, and I think we actually had you for about 10 minutes longer than when we initially interviewed you. So bonus for the people that missed it the first time.
You're even more awesome, man, Steven. Where can folks go? Dive in deeper. Maybe to your tools page. We'll also link that. We have the link already to that. StevenEsketzis.com, right? Would be. Yeah,
that's it. Just head straight to my website. Yeah, even if you just put in Google Steven Esketzis, you'll find it. Like, it'll come up. It's a hard one to spell, so I'm sure Google suggestion will come up there. Actually, it was funnily, like the other day, first time ever I've seen someone bidding for my name in Google Ads. It was such a good feeling. I felt like famous as hell. Like, I'm like, am I really getting that big? Like, I don't really publish so much content, but now I'm balling. Like, now we're in the big leagues. Like, now I can click ads for my own name and someone's paying for it. Like,
that's awesome. What was it pointing to? Was it like not a porn video or something?
Well, I don't know. If you guys go search my name, you'll probably find it. Get those volumes hits up. Like, I don't know. I think it was just like it was definitely some software or some webinar, some BizOppy thing.
That's funny.
Yeah,
we'll check it out.
That's like the I've made it moment. Like, when someone's bidding for your name on Google. That's some.
Oh yeah. Go retire now. It's all good.
Live on the beach.
Yeah, you're all good. All right, brother. Thank you very much for the second round. I think we achieved it finally.
Awesome. No, thank you guys.
Thanks so much for tuning into that episode. I hope you dug it. I know Joe and I dug it. I actually kicked Joe out of the room. He's not here right now because I wanted to tell you about a tool that I really, really dig. We use it in our business. We recommend it all the time. It's called Easy Webinar, and it's a tool that lets you do live webinars, automated webinars, hybrid webinars, and, pretty much any other kind of webinar if there are other kinds of webinars. But anyway, this tool is kind of like your all-in-one, do-it-all tool for anything webinar related. It's Easy Webinar. It's put out by a dude named Casey Zeman. He's been on the podcast. If you haven't listened to that episode, it's a killer episode. He's a really smart dude, but his software is amazing. It does everything. It's, the title tells you exactly what it does. It's an easy webinar platform. And we use this in our business to run automated webinars all the time. We don't do a lot of live webinars these days. We like to do the kind of automated webinars where somebody can register and then they can either watch it like 15 minutes later or they can watch it the next day, but it's just kind of always running. And it's a system that helps us make autopilot sales off of our webinars. Super cool tool. If you haven't tried it yet, it's an amazing tool. And Casey is actually hooking you up. He said for listeners of Hustle and Flowchart, I can't believe he's doing this, but he said for listeners of the Hustle and Flowchart podcast, he's giving 25% off of the membership to use Easy Webinar. It's already super, super inexpensive for what it does and all the cool features it has, but he's hooking you up with 25% off because you're a listener of Hustle and Flowchart. Go to easywebinar.com/hustle. That's where you can get that 25% off discount. That's easywebinar.com/hustle. It's a awesome tool. You're going to dig it. So just go grab it. Check it out. easywebinar.com/hustle. See ya. No, not see ya. You'll hear me in the next show. I don't know how to close these things. Go get Easy Webinar. Talk to you later. Thanks everybody for listening to this episode of the Hustle and Flowchart podcast. For taking the time to listen, we want to give you something a little bit special. Every single episode that we do, we actually have somebody on our team take notes. We basically have a Cliff's Notes version of every episode where you can go and find all of the tips and tactics that they laid out, all of the resources that they laid out, all the good stuff from this episode. We actually have a nice simple notes version that you can find on our website. So go to evergreenprofits.com, find this episode that you just listened to, and give us your email address and we'll send you the notes. Thanks for listening. Go get it.